Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel to part 3 of the top 20 Neca figures countdown. Now, part 1 and part 2 was the countdown itself, and this part 3 video is an honourable mentions section because there was just some fantastic pieces that didn't quite make it into that particular countdown. Doesn't mean they don't deserve to be in there. Some of these could easily be in the top 10, top 5 even, but I could only fit in so many figures to the top 20. So you've got a couple of 1/6 scale pieces from Neca, which you don't see very often, and a few retro cloth figures, and quite a few ultimate figures, and some really special pieces here. I love that Batman Begins Neca figure. That's a smaller version of the big guy who is over there. He did make it in to the top 20. If you haven't watched that top 20, make sure you watch those videos, maybe before you watch this. You can always come back and watch this one later. But that Freddy Krueger there, that's the retro cloth part 2 Freddy. And even though his sweater is a little bit kind of funky looking, the actual sculpt and the likeness is really good on that one. Same goes for the retro cloth Loomis and Laurie and Michael Myers from Halloween 2. All three of those guys are from the second Halloween movie from 1981. And that retro cloth Sam from Trick or Treat. And we got the Ultimate Sam. Ultimate Sam was originally in the top 20, but there was a few figures that I just kind of forgot that were in here because they're not on the shelves. They're kind of down below the shelves, like the big alien big chap and the Predator and Eric Draven the Crow. So when I remembered I had those, I had to sacrifice someone to fit them in, and poor old Sam here got the boot. But he definitely deserves to be in the top 20 somewhere, but unfortunately he didn't make it this time. That's an exceptional piece right there. It comes with a lot of cool accessories, and then you got Marty McFly from part 2, which is an absolutely awesome piece, and Doc Brown, and he came with 2 head sculpts. They're both absolutely incredible. And as someone said in the comments, I think to part 2 of the countdown, I think someone mentioned that, you know, it's crazy that the Neca figures have a even better head sculpt and likeness than the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Doc Brown. And I would have to agree, they are good, but there's just no denying that the Neca sculpts for Christopher Lloyd's Doc Brown here are just absolutely dead on perfect. So well done to Neca for that. And I just can't get enough of the Batman Begins suit. I'm so glad to have this particular figure here. It was quite hard to get hold of. I think it was like a Toys R Us exclusive in America. There are still a few on eBay that you can get, but they're quite pricey. And the Wolfman almost made it into the top 20 because he's fantastic, because you get 2 werewolf heads plus his human form head sculpt and the human hands and human feet. So very cool piece. This was the one that gave me the most trouble. Now, there was an Ash figure in the top 20, but I was really kind of torn which one to put into the top 20. This one from the TV show, or from Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn. But the head sculpts for this figure are incredible. Some of the best I've ever seen as far as capturing Bruce Campbell's likeness. This is a really good piece. I also got the version of him from Neca where he's in his work clothes, and both of those head sculpts were fantastic as well. This is a really solid piece. Just an amazing 10 out of 10. This particular figure, I love it. Check out the review on the channel for this guy. And then you got the Demon Wolf, or the Demon Werewolf, from American Werewolf in London. And the most incredible thing about that is they give you every one of the head sculpts, just one body, so you got to buy more than one if you want to utilize the heads all at the same time and have the full squad. But that is a fantastic piece, and that could have easily made it into the top 10. There's nothing to complain about with that. Beautiful sculpt on the clothing, perfect capture of the monstrous kind of heads, all the different kind of weird deformed werewolves. And this Laurie Strode from 2018, the Ultimate Laurie Strode figure, she was originally in the top 20. just because of how accurate she looks and how impressed I've always been by the sculpt and the likeness and everything about this piece. For such a small, 7-inch figure from Neca that's very affordable, it's just really up there with the quality. And I got plenty of different Pennywise versions from Neca. This is the one from It Chapter 2. I think I pretty much have all of them from the first one. But there was no Pennywise in the top 20, and it's not because he didn't deserve to be. In fact, there's even another one right here. I mean, look at these things, man. They're absolutely awesome. Really evil looking Pennywise here. So yeah, I mean, any one of these figures could have easily been in the top 20. And look, there's original Freddy. The original part 1 Freddy. This is just a really cool looking piece as well. Absolutely captured the kind of fall and the way the sweater sits on him and the way the pants look. They captured that really well. He came with some great accessories and alternative heads, stuff like that. And then Jason. I've got quite a few Jasons. Well, I've got about 2 or 3 from Neca. This is from part 3. And it's another very accurate looking Jason from Neca. They always are. And then Kane from Alien. Beautiful detail on him. And then Frank the Bunny from Donnie Darko, which is a very good looking piece. And then this Terminator 2 Arnie, which has the light up eye. And I did repaint the bloody bits, and I did repaint his whole head and did the skin tone again. But it's just a fantastic likeness. I mean, you don't often see 1/6 scale figures from Neca. I wish you did, see them more often. I had the other version by Neca as well in 1/6 scale. Was it the Pescadero version, where he goes to rescue Sarah from the mental hospital with John Connor? I don't know what I did with that one. I used to have it. But just wanted to show some respect to these pieces that didn't make it into the top 20. And yeah, it's just great hobby, guys. And it's nice with Neca because they're quite affordable. Your average Ultimate figure like this scale is going to be about $39.99, which isn't too bad. The retro cloth about the same. And yeah, can't remember how much the 1/6 scale figures were, but it wasn't too much. But I hope you enjoyed the top 20, and thank you for all the comments and interacting with the video. It's great fun making it, and I will be back with you with more videos real soon. I've actually got a reissued version of the 2018 Michael Myers Ultimate figure from Neca coming probably tomorrow. It's a reissue, and they basically updated the head sculpt, the mask that came with the 2018 Myers figure. It's more in scale with the body and more accurate looking to the movie. So I'm going to be doing a video on that and a comparison with the original one that came out. I'll be doing that really soon. I've also got some other pieces coming soon for reviews. So it's going to be a fun time coming up. So make sure you are subscribed. Follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333. And I forgot to mention Chucky. Yeah, there's Retro Cloth Chucky, who I did do a fair bit of weathering and blood work on him. But that's a fantastic piece as well. I've also padded him out a little bit. Same with the Retro Cloth Sam here. They've got some stuffing in their torsos just to beef them up a little bit because they were quite thin. I should probably do that to the Retro Cloth Halloween 2 Myers at some point because he's quite thin. Especially like when you turn him to the side, you can really see it. Just maybe needs a little bit of padding just to kind of get the proportions looking a bit better. But yeah, there you go, folks. Let me know what you think in the comments of all the guys here on the desk. Which one of these, or which 2 or 3 of them do you think should have been in the top 20? I mean, they all should really, but like I said, you only had 20 slots and quite a few figures to try and squeeze in. I did my best. But yeah, great fun making the videos, and I'm glad you enjoyed them. So I will see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.